Well, the 4th of July has come and gone, and so have the rest days, and we're here at Hayward Field with Gary Morgan to talk about the USA Track and Field Trials, and boy, was the 4th of July worth of fireworks. Let's talk about the men's pole vault. We had special things happen there with Sam Kendricks.
Sam Kendrick's quite a character, and it's exciting to watch him vault, and then he puts on the show. Great guy, and then he comes to the interview room. He's got a saying for everything. He's a future preacher, but great guy and a great vaulter. He's done very well, and he's come up through the ranks, and he'll be a great representative for the pole vault for us over in Rio.
And he kept setting the bar higher and higher and hit 19-something.
Yeah, that was, he said only like the second time he's been that high, so he came here ready to vault high, and he put it all on the line, and definitely this was his big day for sure.
Well, it sure was fun to watch, and the men's javelin had some pretty interesting twists and some pretty interesting people as well.
Oh, for sure. Got to interview some of those guys as they came through. And
Cyrus Hostetler.
Yes, a great guy. These guys they've done a lot of years, and some things don't always go for everybody. But Cyrus was there, and of course they were throwing up against the wind, so they had some phenomenal marks for throwing up against the wind, and they were right there and hit their Olympic standards they needed. So they did great.
Well, a couple of them who were second and third didn't actually have the standard. So one guy, Sean Fury, who was 11th, had the standard, and he's going to Rio.
Yes, Sean, he admitted, I had a bad day. I talked to him extensively in here in the mix zone, and he was disappointed, at what happened on the 4th. But he said, it is how the system works now, and in some ways, he feels bad for the guys taking second and third and aren't going, but he's got the standard, and that's the way it goes. He's very disappointed in his own throws.
And wasn't it Hostetler who decided he was going to race along with the 5,000-meter guys? Yeah, he was taking a victory lap, and he kept up with him for about 100 meters.
Yep, that's for sure. Yep, he did a good show with that. That was funny.
The preliminary heats in the steeplechase for women and men, and the women had a lot more people. They had 3 heats.
Yes, they did, and that's amazing. I've watched the women's steeplechase, like many, how it's developed over the last 15 years, where it started just a 2,000 when it's an exhibition event here quite a few years ago, and now it's a 3,000. It's an official Olympic event, and the women keep improving every year, and like I said, 3 large heats, so they've really come a long way. The women love doing it, and Michigan athletes kind of lead the way here. No
kidding, there were 6 of them in those preliminary heats, and 3 of them not only made it to the final, but they're Spartans. So Walt Drent, the coach, has a lot to be happy about too.
For sure, I saw him this morning, and he was grinning ear to ear and was really happy to see his 3 athletes there in the finals, and he's built a solid cross country program with them, and that's the basis for your steeple. And like I said, they've been national champions for cross country, and moving to steeple is just the next round for a lot of them, and it's definitely worked out very well.
Well, the men's is going to be interesting too, but it's really Evan Jagger and everybody else.
Yes, Evan Jagger, he's kind of set the standard here the last 4 years, and he just keeps being really solid and steady there. Not quite bringing home an Olympic medal, but he is right there. He has the right day in here and at Rio. We could see some exciting things out of Eugene.
Yeah, and he's a fun guy to watch. He's another character.
Yeah, for sure. He's great. He always cracks a few jokes in the mix zone. He's a great guy.
Let's talk about the men's 800 real quick, because the women's has some real fireworks. Boris Berrien was the favorite, and he made the team, but he came in second.
Well, he knew he was, he ran his race he wanted to run. And so, consequently, he took it out, once it got going, and he went for the win. He just got nipped at the end, but truthfully, he set the standard for the race. I mean, he once after first lap he was ahead, and he just kept it going. He took that chance, but that's what it's going to take in Rio. You're going to have to. The guys are going to go for a record time, and you're going to have to be willing to run fast from the start, and that's what Marion did. And he just got caught at the end, but still gave a great show out there.
Oh, Clayton Murphy is a guy who beat him, and Charles Jock, who's a local, who rode his bicycle to the race, got on the team and hopped on his bicycle and rode home.
I love it. Hey, he's staying in shape. That's great, but sometimes there's a lot to be said about racing at home. I mean, close by. So that, sure, I'm sure his trains here, his friends are here, and I'm sure he's rode his bike to so many practices. This was he made it just like it was another day. And Murphy, I remember seeing him at the Pan Am Games pull out a surprising win up there. So he's ready for the big time also. So we have 3 very strong 800 guys going into Rio.
Well, in the 800, 4 women went under 2 minutes, but that was not the story. Alicia Montano, let's talk about her.
Well, Alicia Montano and Brenda Martinez, there was a big pack after the lead person, and they're all fighting for those spots. And, I heard from some people, and they have eagle eyes out here, a big camera system. You're so close in there, and that's just all part of racing. And somebody goes down, and usually the smarter runners are going to run in the front or the back, because you get in that middle, anything can happen, and that's what happened this time, could have been a different race, but, Alicia is heartbroken, but Brenda is coming back with another race. But we have 3 still very strong athletes there. You got Gracie, you also have A. Wilson, and another young lady. If they made it to the finals,
Christina Williams.
They all made the finals. They're all 2-minute or better half-mile 800 runners. So anybody who made the finals here is going to be right in the mix at Rio. So they're that tight.
More finals to come. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.